Okay, let's just do the find the type. I'm going to try these couple of them in a argument. So I'm going to try only the one with the ls to make sure that that one for sure failed. So I'm going to say ls minus ld and then put this code around this .sh and see if this time it understands it. And then I'm going to say ss. Cannot access star.sh. So it already tried to do the command and it failed. So let's just do that and cat ss greater sign s1.bash. At this time, I'm going to say $, and then ls minus ld, and then single quote, and then star.sh. And then run the finish it, no such file or directory. So it does not find it. But let's just do with the backtick the same thing. And instead of this, I'm going to use the backtick. But the backtick and say ls minus ld star.sh. This is almost like run this command as it is on Unix command. So now it says, and then this one finished. So depending on the command, sometimes the backtick works, sometimes the $ argument works. So the backtick, it just says run this command. Now cat minus ns1, there's only one line, and then the output is already there with whatever we wrote on the backtick. So the backtick got executed and the output was written here, which means that if I do this here and I just say backtick and then, sorry, let me just do cat less than sign ss and then greater sign s1.bash, and I just say backtick pwd and then run the date command. I'm just going to do this as a valid command and one line, no space is there. And then I'm going to also do the backtick, and then ls minus l star star.sh. And then at the same time, I could just do a change mode on the backtick. Oh, on the backtick, I forgot to put backtick. Let me just control C out of this. Cat ss and then greater sign s1.bash. So backtick pwd and then run the date command. Run the date command in here. Date. Okay. So now I'm going to do backtick. Backtick. ls minus l star.sh and just make this one ls minus ld. So backtick here again. Let's do another $, calendar, and then I'm gonna do a backtick change mode, and then s1.755 s1.bash. So we change the permission as the command runs, and because this file gets created and then it does it. If the command does not get created, this file, then it will be a problem because these commands go in sequence. So by that time, the file has to exist. So we're going to do that and then do ss. So now s1.bash is there. Notice because I put this change mode 755, it changed the permission as well. So it made it executable. Now I can say s1.bash, cat s1.bash is actually a script output here. So the name should have been created like as one.bash.output or .text. So this is the output of the first command, pwd. This is the output of the second command, the date. This is the output of the ls-ld, star.sh, and then this is the output of the calendar command. Notice that this time, because we put this argument in backtick, it worked. But if you try a longer command with the find, it may run here, find dot minus type D here, and it will just find out all the directory here. But if you say cat, let's try it one more time, less than sign ss, and then we say script2.sh, and then we just say $. I might have typed in without the dash option here. That might be the reason. Minus type D. Sometimes what I say, I might type, my fingers will do it correctly, and my wording might be a little bit in a hurry and say something different. Find dot minus type D, and then now ss shell scripts, and so you see that it worked. So it's 2.sh. On the previous example, that I might have just typed in without the dash here. This is just saying, show me all the files that are directories. So if I just want to do all regular files, -f, and that would display all the files that are regular. And if I just want to say minus name is star.c++, I could do a find command here. And then here I have to put an and, minus type is f, and then dash a. So here I'm going to do it in multiple Boolean operators. So minus type is f, minus type is f, and minus name is C++. So this one is, that's why. And then here I have to skip it, and then here also skip it. Let's do this one simply. Find dot minus name star.c++. This would give you all the C++, and then minus type F is automatically their type F already. So if I just say that show me files that are .sh, and then type is executable, dash type is, in this case is F, and then I do something exact, change mode, not change mode, ls-ld, this, and to see the permissions of the files. Some of them were different permissions. So here I could also say, show me the one that are with certain permissions, and then with a certain ownership and certain groups. I'll actually cover the find command and details of those ones when we come to the chapter. Right now we're in the middle of the cat command. I want to not just move out of the topic here. Let's go back to the next command. So next command we're doing here is clear. Oh, this is a very simple command. So clear is just clears the screen. So if I'm just having this screen, you could say clear. You could get a -l and then say clear. Every time you type in clear, it just clears the screen. So and then you can also say like pwd ls-l who and then you can just say tput clear. That also does the same thing as clear command. So tput clear or tput clear, or just simply clear. They both will do the clear command. So if I just say calendar and then say tput clear, it is there. But you don't need the tput in front of it, because tput it has a lot of other functionality. One of them is just does the clear screen. You can change font and everything. I'll cover those ones in details as well. So let's go to the date command. Date commands are depending on what you use. Normally, when you do the date, if you look at the book, when I write the book, here on the date command, I'm just giving a lot more than just regular Unix commands. So let's see on the date command here. Date, yeah. So the date, as you can see, that the example I'm showing here, you have to be root in order to change a system date. But nowadays, you don't change the system date manually. You set up your time zone, and then the date is automatically updated. But then you install the NTPD, the Network Time Protocol date utility, to make sure your date is in sync with the server side that you sync it with. So once you do that one, then everything is up to date. Let me just go back to the command line. And I believe on the, these are right here. If I just do a date command here, on the examples that I'm showing you on the website with date, if you want to change the date to some other date there, basically you need to have root privilege. But on the server side, there's something called NTP for NTP daemon, and D for daemon. The Network Time Protocol, I installed it this one, this way my date is always up to date accurate. So NTP Q minus P will just make sure that my system is there. The etc ntp.conf file is the actual servers that you're going to just sync your time protocols with their date and time calendar. So on the time of March, and then whenever that daytime light saving changes happen in March and in October, your date is going to be accurate. So when you do NTP by itself, I'm sorry, NTP Q by itself, you will get a list of commands here that are there. One of the commands is saying that show me the peers here, that you could get the peers. So if I just do NTP Q minus P for peers, automatically will show, and then you see the offset, everything is so accurate. So that means my date is there, that is accurate. And then you can also use other Unix commands to update your date commands along with the NTP protocols. And then so the date minus U, and then for update and pass on the NTP times and everything, you could sync it. But using this, and then if your root sudo sudash let me become root here. Must have typed it by mistake. So here, oh, sorry.